With Season 4 finally here, this is the perfect time to optimize your settings for the best possible performance. In a game like Fortnite, the difference between a few frames can quite literally make or break your entire experience. Luckily for you, today we're coming at you with a brand new Season 4 settings guide. Let's hop right into it. We're gonna kick this guide off by showing you guys the most optimal video settings. If you haven't already, make sure your window mode is set to full screen. This is going to give you the highest refresh rate along with minimal input delay. As for your frame limit, it really comes down to what your PC is capable of and what type of monitor you have. A good rule of thumb is to match your monitor's refresh rate and set it slightly above. If you're a 60Hz monitor, set your frames to 60. If you're rocking a 140Hz, set your frames to 160. And if you're maxed out on 240Hz, go ahead and keep your frames at 200 if you experience frame drops. Otherwise, just keep it at 240 if you got a more powerful rig. Brightness is really personal preference, but we recommend either 100 or 110. Your 3D resolution should only be under 100 if absolutely necessary. Although playing under 100 can get you more frames, the visual aspect just isn't worth it. For the best performance possible, make sure to set your view distance, textures, and meshes all to low. The game may seem a bit ugly at first, but I promise you'll get used to it. If your goal is to have the smoothest game possible, this sacrifice will make a huge impact. While the main way to improve your game performance is through in-game settings, there are some changes you can make in your PC settings that will give you an extra boost. Open your NVIDIA control panel and click on the Adjust Image Settings with Preview. Next, select the Use Advanced 3D Image Settings option and hit Take Me There. From here, it's just a matter of having the right settings selected. Go ahead and pause the video to make sure yours matches up with what you see on the screen. Like I said before, these changes may work better for some than they do for others. It definitely doesn't hurt to give it a shot though. If you're looking to improve more than just FPS, make sure you head over to ProGuides.com, where we've got an army of pro coaches ready and waiting to teach you everything you need to know about Fortnite so you can improve fast. Now that we've got the basic stuff out of the way, let's talk about performance mode and if it's actually worth it. Performance mode is going to automatically optimize your settings to get the best possible performance. It'll lower the quality of buildings and other surroundings to keep stress off your computer. And if you go with the low meshes option, your build will look almost identical to those on mobile. Look, we know that low meshes performance mode doesn't look the best, but the boost in frames along with the lowered input delay makes using it a no-brainer. Just look at the top tier pros, almost all of them are using low meshes, and if they aren't, they're probably playing on a god PC. Once you get used to the change, mobile builds really won't look bad at all. In fact, many players even prefer it. We highly recommend that you guys at least try it out. You'll be surprised how much better your game will feel and how your gameplay improves as a result. Alright Fortnite fam, it's time for the question of the day. What ping do you get on an average in-game? Let us know down in the comments below. With the actual game performance being out of the way, we can finally talk about one of the most controversial topics in the entire game: ping. If you're playing Fortnite at a somewhat advanced level, you'll know that a slight difference in ping can make or break your entire gaming experience. While anything under 30 or so is all you need, running a consistent sub 20 ping is going to give you a huge advantage. Taking walls, editing, building, and even reaction time will all be affected by your ping, and it's up to you to get the fastest connection possible. Unfortunately, there isn't a whole lot you can do to improve your ping. A lot of times it just comes down to how far you live away from the servers and your area's coverage. However, one thing you can do is play on a wired connection. An Ethernet cable is going to avoid all network stress and will keep your bandwidth at the best it can be. Unfortunately, a lot of you guys out there are quite far away from your router and don't have access to an Ethernet port in your room you're playing at. But don't worry, this can all be fixed with a Wi-Fi range extender. This device has an Ethernet port included and is simply plugged into an outlet near your setup. What this device does is connect to your home network and extends the range of where your Wi-Fi will be available. All you need to do is hook up an Ethernet connection between the device and your computer and you're all good to go. This alternative definitely won't offer the same speeds that a standard router connection would, but it's a whole lot better than your crappy Wi-Fi. These devices are sold all over the place ranging from $25 to $200. It's definitely worth the investment if you're taking your Fortnite career seriously. On top of getting your hands on an Ethernet connection, you can also adjust your DNS server. In your Windows search bar, type in View Network Connections. Open the control panel and right-click on your internet connection to open the Properties tab. After double-clicking Internet Protocol version 4, you'll be given the option to change your DNS server address. We recommend using Google's. Enter 8888 under the preferred DNS server box and 8884 under the alternative DNS server box. Well, that wraps things up for today, Fortnite fam. Did you enjoy the video? Be sure to leave a like and ring that bell to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest tips and tricks we have to offer. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let us know if there's anything you would be interested in learning more about. Make sure to keep these settings in mind when configuring your game. The better performance you get, the better performance you'll give. Once again, my name is Galvanize, and I'll see you in our next video here at ProGuides.